Hello, everybody. This is the Bring It After show right here on AfterBuzz TV Network. On tonight's episode, we are talking about Selena's health scare, Rittany coming back for a visit, and the girls still in the running for a captain spot. So stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
3, 2, 1, level up, 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 level up. All this on me, so
yeah.
All this sauce, so
yeah.
No, you want this yummy. Yummy,
Level up, level up, level up. Yes, tonight we are leveling up. I'm here for it. And it's just solo dolo, just me tonight. So you guys are hanging out with me. Welcome. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. You're watching and listening to AfterBuzz TV's after show for Bring It. Yes, so on tonight's episode, we are talking about Selena and her health scare, Rittany coming back for a visit, and the girls are still in the running for captain. And of course, you know, you're just gonna deal with me and all my sassiness tonight, so get ready, buckle up. But you guys can always tweet me too, so you know, we'll be looking out. ABTV Bring It, so we can talk tonight. It was a great episode. I mean, there are 2 episodes tonight, so it's gonna be just all this fun, a little bit of fun. So tonight on episode 9 and episode 10, we are doing Who Wants to Be a Prop Star and Grudge Match Gone Wrong. So let's get into this. Episode 9. Let's talk about Rittany coming back because I am just in shock. I mean, when she left the show, she said she left for a man, which, you know, go ahead, girl, start your new life, do you. And then she said her mom, Christiana's mom, has come back into the picture, and Rittany was just stepping in as that cool, fun aunt. So she went, she left, she went to go live her life. Now she's back, and she wants to know what's going on with the dollhouse. I love that Rittany has come back to, like, still check up on everybody. I personally believe that she left because she wanted a normal life. You know, it's hard being on TV. Why am I talking like I know? But, you know, in my head, it's probably hard being on TV every week. Can't even go to Walmart. Can't even go to your local gas station without somebody, oh, can I have a picture? Oh, can I do this? Can you do this for me? People probably think, oh, can you put my daughter on the show? Can you put my daughter on the team? So I personally believe Rittany just had enough. She left. She was like, oh, let me use this man as an excuse, and I'm going to be gone. She moved all the way to Louisiana. And she said, I'm just kicking it. Like, don't bother me. Don't call me. Christiana, your mama, my sister, she got it. So props to her. But I love how she's still interacting with the family because it's family. So she came back and she was like, okay, let me know. What's all this tea? What's all this drama going on? And Mama Valisa was like, I'm letting you know, it's 6 people in the running for captain. I don't know what we're going to do. Christiana's been here since she's a baby. And now these other girls feel like they're going to come and take my baby's spot. But hey, who knows? I'm trying to figure out why Rittany only showed up, though, for a little, like, glimpse of an eye. I don't know if she's not allowed back in the studios. I did catch the dig. I don't know if you guys caught it, but when she said, oh, there's still drama even while I'm gone. And Valisa said, yeah, of course there is. And Rittany says, oh, so it wasn't just me. I wasn't the only one bringing the drama. So I wonder what happened behind the scenes. Because if you guys remember, Rittany tried to take Christiana off the team a few times already. And we're only in season 5. So who knows what she tried to do before it actually aired. But hey, whatever, Rittany, you know, do you. And speaking of captains, so on this episode, it was a captain's battle for the challenge. And they did a stands battle. The competition, they had a few different people, you know, all different teams, Elite Forces of Distraction, Black Ice, Prancing Pearls of Excellence, and of course the Dolls. So 4 teams like we regularly see. You know, this whole thing, they had to use props, okay? It wasn't like a regular stance like we're used to seeing. We already know that Coach D hates props, and she let us know again tonight that she hated props. She said it's not for her, it's not for the team, why do we even have to use it? I agree, but it does challenge the girls, so keep the props in there, but I don't want to see it all the time. I love how she incorporated this whole yoga ball. I thought it might have been a little bit too difficult for the girls, for the dolls, because when Missy Elliott did it, I just feel like you're working with like professional dancers who've been doing it as young as the dolls have. So now that they're older, they're able to do everything with this ball. To me, the dolls weren't quite ready for the yoga ball. It was a great try, but I don't think they were quite ready. And in practice, you can see the balls were going all over the place. The dolls just could not keep up. And I'm like, should we use yoga balls? I personally think they should have used basketballs, but later on down the line, we see another team use that. But they had to use some type of ball. So they came up with yoga ball. Maybe tennis balls would have been good. Soccer balls, kicking around from one girl to another. Who knows? Golf balls, a little bit smaller, 4 type of thing. But who really knows? She chose yoga balls because she saw Missy Elliott's video and she was here for it. So go ahead, girls. But the balls were just going all over the place. And then if the girls were to win the the regular battle, then they would move on to a captain's battle. And that was going between 6 of the girls, which is still a lot of girls. And we just learned last week that there was supposed to be a girl who we didn't know. It's a mystery girl who we think is Shailene, but we're not sure. But she didn't name those girls tonight. So I don't know if that mystery girl was just to keep the other girls on their toes. But, we'll see. We had to see that the girls had to dance for this captain's battle. And in the long run, it was Deja, who we used to see on the show, her and her mom, but I don't know what happened there. They just decided not to feature them as much. Deja ends up winning the captain's battle to battle the actual other girls at the competition. So kudos to you, Deja, up there kicking it, doing it, flipping it, and working it. I was trying to do Missy Elliott, but it wasn't working. But one thing that is working is, of course, our network, AfterBuzz TV. So I have a little bit for you guys. So our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows. From dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more, there is no network that works harder for you guys than we do. But we need your help, of course. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailored made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. Don't you guys want to see us grow? I know I do. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. You heard it first. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out some of our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels that we have. We have Jersey Shore, we have the Kardashians, Growing Up Hip Hop, everything you can think of, it's right here on this channel. Let us know you did subscribe in these comments and we'll thank you on air. I'll shout you out. But for now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk. I appreciate y'all so much. And one thing that Coach D can appreciate is these girls putting in so much sweat and hard work and practice. It's not easy working with a yoga ball. I wouldn't know because I don't do yoga and I don't really work out like that. But I still say looking good. If you're watching us, you know. But it's very hard. You guys can see that the balls were just flying off. They were just flying all, the yoga balls were just flying all over the place. And it just wasn't working for the girls. But finally, the girls got the routine down. And they got it down so well that Coach D even asked Jaylene to add another part to the routine, which I'm not sure why Coach D keeps adding on at the last minute. Am I the only one who notices that? Like, the routine is probably perfect. It's going through. Everybody's doing fine. And Coach D was like, but wait. Let me add this on. Oh, wait. Let me do this. Remember last week when they were doing the creative dance, Coach D kept adding on to this woman's empowerment, which was beautiful, but it was just so much. And I thought she was going to do that again with Jaylene, but luckily it was just a small little add-on. Jaylene only had about 16 counts, so kudos to her for adding on. And towards the end, it looked good, but we'll get into that, of course. Let's see a little bit more. So one of the teams that they're going up against, Black Eyes, who we've seen before, they apparently hit a little Black Eyes because the weather was so bad that they decided they couldn't make it. Coach D gets a call in practice from Jay Fever, and he's like, listen, Black Ice can't make it. They're turned around. So it'll just be 3 teams this time. So first and foremost, Coach D was like, okay. Secondly, she was like, why are you even calling me about this? I hope Jay Fever called everybody else. Because Coach D was like, I don't care that they're not making it. Like, what's the real problem here? And I'm like, girl, I would want to know if another team's not coming so I can readjust everything. Like, yes, it's only 1 team, so it's still 3 now, but still, I'd still like to know who's there, how to, what if you're doing a stance to diss another team? Like, you need to know. And then Jay Fever lets Coach D know that a pipe has bursted in the auditorium where they were going to practice. So now they're moving the whole location to a whole other town. And Coach D's like, wait a minute, this is 2 days before competition. How am I supposed to move my team into a smaller place? Which makes sense because if you're going from a huge stage down to 4 little blocks, or you know what I mean, like 4 little corners, how am I supposed to get my girls to adjust? But that's why you're the dancing dolls, because y'all adjust easily. So kudos to y'all. I mean, let me know what y'all thought about Coach D and her reaction to this phone call, because I don't know, I thought it was a little weird, a little funny. But moving on here, it wasn't too much in this episode. I don't know if they're trying to slowly take us out, because I haven't heard anything about a season 6. But this episode was a little slow here, touch and go. One thing I did like about this episode is that the twins, Sky and Star, excuse me, y'all, they're finally off for probation. It's been a while. It was about 3 weeks. And now Selena can be back on the porch and they can come back to practice, enjoying themselves. And I love that about this episode. I think that was my highlight. And just seeing them trying to land these like steps and moves on these yoga balls, I loved it in practice. But I do want to move on to competition day. So since it's only 3 teams they're competing, all 3 teams kind of have to go against each other in one big whole dance. I mean, of course, not all at the same time, but one by one. And then the 2 teams that are left standing end up going to the stance battle. So I was like, okay, all right, makes sense, and those 2 teams, the captains will go from that and they'll go head to head. So that's great too. The Prancing Pearls were up first. They were bringing it. I mean, I really enjoyed their dance. I wish we could have seen a little bit more, but I really enjoyed it. And their captain used to be a major dancer in college. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, she probably has this in the bag, because even the parents, even Coach D, they were saying like, wow, like these girls got it. And they did. They looked great. I thought they were handling business. Elite Force came next, and sure enough, they also had yoga balls with the 2 boys, which one of the boys is from a last competition that the dolls met, and he brought it, of course. But I like the way that they incorporated their type of yoga balls. It was just the 2 boys. If you guys saw tonight's episode, which I know you did, it was just the 2 boys there, and they were going back and forth, and it was cool. It was a nice time. They did a good time. And then, of course, our dancing dolls, our girls, they came out and killed it. Of course, I guess Coach D was right. I mean, it was no Missy, but it was good. They hit their steps. They did this flip off of the ball, which, I was like, okay. When they actually hit it, it really came together. I'm very shocked that we didn't see any of the yoga balls going all over the floor. I don't understand. Oh, and to back up here, the Prancing Pearls used basketballs, which I thought was a great idea. They were dazzled out. They had all this bling. It was very cute, very, very cute. But the dancing dolls just did wonderful. Jaylene came out there and did this whole handstand with the ball and with the yoga ball, and she's holding it with her legs, and it's like, wow, you go ahead, girl. I wonder how long she practiced for that. Like 1 minute, 2 minutes. I wonder. I know, odd question, odd thought, but you never know. And how did Jaylene get so good? You think she was just as a child, like just twisting and turning and breaking and bending? Like, did she just start at the age of 3? Like, how did this all happen? And I'm glad she has a little passion for it. So we see the two teams that are going on into the championship round is the Prancing Pearls and the Dancing Dolls. So they did their whole thing. First up was the Prancing Pearls. They came out there swinging with their props. That's all I put, swinging with their props. They look great. And then our dolls came out there with pom-poms, which in practice, we could see that they were struggling a little bit with pom-poms, but all the girls had said they used pom-poms before. So I don't know why it was such a big struggle. Maybe they haven't used it with that routine, but they've done pom-poms before. Well, and then it's finally up to the captain's dance. And I was confused because I thought it was only supposed to be the two teams moving on for the captain's dance. And it was 3 teams. It was all 3 teams and all their captains. So it was Deja and Prancing Pearls of Excellence and what was the other one? I've been saying it all night and I just forgot. And Elite Force of Distraction. So they all were great. I just thought it was supposed to be 2, but let me see all 3. What do you guys got? I will say the Elite Force of Distractions, he came out there such a powerhouse, and you can really tell the difference in dancing style that's compared to a female and a male. Like, he just came out, not to say that Deja and the Prancing Pearls captain didn't have power, but he come out there like swinging, you know what I mean? And he's up there just dancing around, all this high energy, and I enjoyed it. I thought he did a wonderful job. But then here comes Deja, killing it. And if I must say, this lace front she has, baby, she was killing it with that lace front. And then even in her interviews, she had it kind of like wet and wavy, or was like kind of puffed out. I said, girl, who is doing your hair? That's the real question here. Who is doing that? Because this hair is laid. You know what I mean? Like, come on. And even when she was dancing in her Captain Child, it was still going back, just bouncing back. I said, girl, who's the hairstylist? Drop a tweet. Send an Insta. What's the snap? Come on. Like, what we doing here? But besides that, she was dancing her little butt off. I said, okay, Deja, can she be in the running for captain? I don't know. I haven't really seen, Coach D hasn't put her up front as much as she has done the other girls, out of the 6. I haven't seen Deja as much lead the team. So I can't tell if she can be captain. But I will say she killed it at that captain's challenge. And, she might be in my top 3. She might be. She's inching. She's definitely top 4 for me. So, but the girls did good. Everybody did great. It's finally time for awards. And we see Deja won captain, because she was up there killing it. Captain's battle. It was her. And the dolls took home the prop stand. So kudos to you guys. Another sweep there. But even before they left the auditorium, they were still thinking about Black Ice. So Black Ice the coach called Coach D and said, listen, what you want to do? We're challenging you guys to a one-on-one, you and us. That's it. So Coach D being Coach D, she said, okay, I got you. I'm doing it. Let's handle it. So I'm interested to see what happens there. And I'm glad we did, because it's 2 new episodes tonight. So let's move on to episode 10. But let me get a little sip of water. So episode 10, Grudge Match Gone Wrong. So my overall thought of this episode was pretty much one word. Wow. It was a lot. Of course, it still started off a little slow. So I don't know what's going on Lifetime. Still, it took a little minute to heat up. But I guess because, towards the end of the episode, it was such a big shocker and it was so much drama. I was like, wow, okay. I see why you guys started off slow. But overall, it was great. Coach D wasn't yelling as much. And Mr. Torrey, who hopefully we can get on the show very soon, he was just like not getting it with, like Buck. Like, come on, get it down. But he's supposed to be a real trained dancer. But I was like, okay, Mr. Tori, you still in that ballet world. Like, that's your little world, which isn't a bad thing. But it was like, you don't know, a little beat, a little bounce, give me a little shoulder, a little shimmy. But okay, whatever, we moving on. So we open it up with Coach D finally announcing that she's narrowing down the captain's choices from 6 to 3, which took, a minute. So I think that kind of tells us like how far this season's going to go. Because now next week we're only going to see about, 3 girls. She's going to announce her 3. But it's getting serious now. So half of those girls are going to be cut. We see now that these girls are now focusing on Black Ice because now it's the call out. So they're going to have a whole thing, just them two, Dolls, Black Ice, call out round. And so Coach D decides that she wants to do the Tasmanian Devil stand because it's going to be all stands only, which I love a good stand battle. The Dolls are just so bomb at stands battle. Like, if they could just do stands battle all day, I would be so happy. The way that they move, the way, and I've always said it, you guys know out there, and the new ones who don't know, I love when it's not that many girls on the field, on the show, on the stage, because you can really see everybody move as one. When Coach D gives us about 8 girls out there, maybe 9, and they all start to move on one, it's a powerful thing. So I love stance battle, and I'm so happy when they did that tonight. But they do their Tasmanian Devil stance where it's all leaps and twirls and everything Coach Tori should still be used to, because the girls do have a little bit of bucking in there and a little bit of, majorette dancing, but it's not that much. So that's great. I thought Coach Tori would be able to just handle it, a little buck here, a little, drop it like it's hot, and we cool. But apparently Tori just wasn't getting it. I don't know if he just wasn't taking it seriously, because these girls are out here, Tori knows. He's there day in and day out, at nighttime. These girls are taking it very seriously. The competitions are serious, and he looked like he was just walking through the park, having a good old day, checking the mail, just going about his life. And these girls are over here tired, like, we dancing for real, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? But I don't know. I guess Coach D was just like, okay, Tori, you're still being Tori, which is cool, but we need to do a little flavor, do a little, like, ice it up, shimmy it up. So we're still working on Tori, but while working on Tori, Coach D decides, I'm gonna need one of these girls to be captain. So who am I gonna put into who do I want to see again to try out for the captain role? So she has another captain's dance off with our favorite 6, and it ends up being Christiana, which I'll go ahead and say it. She is in the top for me. She's definitely in my top 3. Definitely. Christiana, I mean, like Rittany's saying, she has seniority. Not to say let's just give her the title of captain, but she should definitely be in top 3. She's been there since a child, and she does bring it. She definitely does dance. Let's not deny the fact that she is a powerhouse. All the girls are great, but, my eye does go to her. She can stand out like Cameron can. So that's a very good thing to look out. And she's, good friends with Cameron. She's one of the 3 amigos there. So Christiana takes the captain role for tonight, and she's out there like, okay, I'm going to lead the team. I'm going to do what I need to do. I just wish she would speak up a little bit more. I know that's been a conversation with Coach D, and she's like, why aren't you speaking up? Speak up a little more, Christiana. Like, girl, you got this. I know you're shy. I was like that too around 8th grade, 9th grade. But girl, you got, like, it's in you. You got this. So she's over there. Christiana's over there helping out the girls, about to lead the stance battle. We still cut back to Coach Tori, where he is just still not getting it. I mean, he's like, okay, he's taking orders from the girls. Like, okay, how did you guys do this? How did your foot land this way? Like, what can I do to be a little bit better? Like, I'm glad he asked, because sometimes with coaches, it's just like, oh, no, no, no. Like, we don't want to hear anything you say. I'm your coach. I'm going to do this. But at least he was like, okay, girls, like, help me out. So that was a good thing to see. Like, the coach is actually asking, like, for help, because here he is about to go against Black Ice coaches. And Black Ice coaches don't have it together. So anything Tori could do to, like, be one up, he was doing. But he just wasn't taking it that serious, which I don't know why. When it's late, because remember, they practice 4 hours a night. They practice from like 6 to 10, I believe. That's what Mimi said when she was on the show a while back. So, maybe he was just a little tired. No breaks, no nothing. But apparently he was just too tired, and Coach D was also just too tired of him, because she called for backup. She said, hold up. Let me make this phone call, because you're not getting the hip hop down. Let me just show you what's going on here. Coach D calls Kayla, one of our faves. So if you guys know, Kayla is just into hip hop. That's her thing. She was doing her own hip hop classes. She was trying to open up her own studio, which, she said right now she's not the right time. I'm glad she decided on that, because it probably would have been a little bit too much for her at that moment. But she's back, she's back, and she's always down to help. And I'm always glad to see Kayla, because she can dance. Like, she brings it, of course. So she comes in, she helps out. She's like, okay, Coach D, what are you doing with Tori? Like, why is he dancing and not you? Like, what's going on? Which I was personally surprised Coach D didn't want to dance, but she was probably like, I don't need to dance, so go ahead. I'm Coach D, so go ahead, girl. But Kayla was just like not having it. She said, okay, Tori, you tell me every time I'm not doing my plies. You tell me when I'm not doing my lifts. You tell me when I'm not, on point with my turns. I'm going to let you know you're not getting it right now with the hip hop. So we're going to just do a little bit, show you a little bit of here. And Tori wasn't doing it, which I wonder if Tori takes classes, like, as the girls are dancing. I know he's supposed to be coaching, but I feel like he should somehow do both. 1 hour, why don't you learn from the girls? Learn the choreography of the majorette style dancing, and then you can put that towards something else. You can mix majorette with ballet. You're already right there. You're already learning. Why not learn another choreography to help you advance as a dancer? I mean, all the girls have to learn lyrical and a little bit of ballet. Tori can learn majorette this whole time. Wow. But so he still wasn't getting it. Kayla was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're just not getting this. You're not. So Coach D was like, I'm done. Kayla, you're taking the solo, which I said, okay. I mean, they don't really know. I mean, Black Ice does know who the captains are, who are the coaches. They know it's Tori and Coach D, but you never really know. That week, they could have just been like, oh, no, Kayla's captain. And that's what they did. So we finally move on to competition day. It's the IS5 showdown. I guess after the interstate, they were doing it. This time they had a DJ to give us real, like, underground street dancing, which I love. They didn't have J Fever this time. But it's the Dolls and Black Ice. And it's Orlando and Donnie from Black Ice. Those are the coaches. And they see Coach D in the hallway. Everybody just has on this glitter, the shimmery stuff. Black Ice coaches, they had on little, like, sparkle shimmery. Coach D's heels, which were cute, by the way. Sparkly, shimmery. And I'm like, okay, everybody shopping at the same place. Kudos to y'all. Like, was there a sale or what? How we doing this? What's the name? Again, drop the tweet. Drop the Insta. Let me see the snap. Where's the shoe shimmery sale? I'm here for it, baby. So they do that. They have a throwdown. Coach D said, oh, y'all probably just said y'all didn't want to come because of the weather, but we know you don't want to come because you didn't want to get beat. And I said, girl, you just gonna give it to him like that? They were just standing there like, girl, we not even gonna give you the satisfaction. I just love those shady moments, the back and forth moments. Love it. So, so the first stance is now, all stance battle. The first stance we see Black Ice. They come out there swinging. I said they are killing it. I wrote down they're killing it in this white and gold outfit. Killing it. They were practicing because they only had to go against one team this time. And they were coming for the dolls. Like coming for their weaves, coming for the outfits, just everything they were coming for it. And I was here for it. Because Black Ice, truth be told, is one of the teams to watch. Low key. And Neva the Diva, Divas of Olive Branch, they got better. They're also a team to watch to me. Sidebar on that. But Black Ice, I said, baby, y'all been practicing. Even Coach D has said that. Oh, y'all been practicing, huh? Okay. Well, let me show you what these dolls can do. Let me show you what Christiana said. Christiana threw that stance back and said, let's hit him with the Tasmanian Devil. Here they go. Right up there. So they doing their little dance. Oh, excuse me. Tasmanian Devil wasn't ready. So Christiana just hit him with the regular stance, which still was bomb. Of course, she was getting it. But at the end of the stance, she realized she was hurt. She said her legs hurt. Coach D walked over and said, what's going on? Is it just, adrenaline rushing? What's going on? She said, my legs, my knees hurt. Coach D said, did you eat? Christiana said, no. So apparently, I guess when Christiana gets kind of nervous, she doesn't eat, which, I understand. I've seen other girls, other people like that who don't eat because, maybe they feel like they might throw up or this, that, and the third. But Christiana, girl, like, you got this. I know every little performance you get nervous, and that's common. That's something we can all attest to. When we're doing shows, when I'm about to drive on the freeway, like, you know what I mean? Like, I get nervous too. But you got this, girl. At least eat a Snickers. At least eat some type of candy. You could do something, but she still brought it. Her and all. She said, okay, now it's time for the captain's challenge. So we see Black Ice hitting the stage, and they did good. They're little captains. They had props. They had, choreography. They were all in sync. I said, Black Ice did not come to play. And I appreciate them for that. I really do. But then now it's time for the dolls and Mr. Tory. And we were all surprised because Mr. Tory was on beat. He was bucking and dancing and like really getting to hip hop. And so even Coach D was like, wow, you can take choreography and, throw it back to them and actually dance. So I was like, okay, Mr. Tory, this is what we need to see. This is it right here. Let us know you've been taking your classes. And then, of course, Kayla goes in and she just goes off right there in the middle of the circle. She's such a powerhouse. She can stand by herself. She was giving you a little twerk. She was giving you a little bug. She was giving you a little hip hop. It was everything. And I just live for Kayla. And she was also on the Bring It tour, which didn't make their way to the West Coast, by the way. And I feel some type of way, but that's a whole other story. I do feel some type of way, but I know behind the scenes, they just couldn't come. But Kayla, she brought it down always and forever. But we also see with Selena. So if you guys don't know, before getting in with Selena, Sky actually made it to the battle squad. So hip hip hooray to Sky, because that shows you right there she's dedicated. No, we were going back and forth between is Sky and Star dedicated, are they not? But Sky clearly is. She made it to the battle squad, so she worked for that, just like Sunjay did, her older sister. But as the girls are dancing and Selena's cheering on Sky, Selena starts feeling hot. And next thing you know, they're taking her out to get some air and she faints a little bit. And it's like, okay, what's going on? Now she's outside having seizures. Like, that's something not to play with. You know what I mean? Like, Selena, what's going on? They said at the arena that it was a hot place. Everybody's standing up, getting excited, which is great. But Selena, you have to take care of yourself. I wonder what is going on behind the scenes. You don't have to tell us everything, but they kind of gave us a glimpse and said Selena lost her mother last year. And then since then, she's been having some health problems. But I'm trying to figure out, like, is she going to let us know? Is she not? Like, there's some things you need to keep to yourself, but now you just had a seizure on national television. So you kind of have to let us in what's going on. Just tell us what, you don't have to tell us your blood type results, what happened, but, just say you've been going to the doctor. Maybe you have a little bit of something, a little bit of here, but I'm glad that everybody came together and just comforted Selena. And even Coach D came out there and was like, what's going on? She was just all right. And they were like, she got overwhelmed. She got overheated and she started having seizures. And, you can tell this is a family. That's what I love about the show. This is still a family. They may argue. Who doesn't argue with family, and fights and stuff. But at the end of the day, they still had each other's back. Even Coach D came back in there and was like, listen, said to the judges, which were new judges. So I would have loved to see what happened in the judging, because we haven't seen these judges before. And you know how I feel about judges. If you don't know, they usually use the same judges, whatever. But these were new judges. And Coach D was like, I'm taking my girls and leaving. And everybody in the room was crying. So everybody felt it. And I started to tear up myself. But I'm interested to see what comes from that and what goes next here. And speaking of seeing what happens, I have a bit of a prediction for you guys. I'll get into some of that.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
predictions. So I'm interested to see, I think on next episode we're gonna finally see Selena. She's going to tell us a little bit of what's going on. We also see a glimpse of Coach D speaking into the camera. I guess she's not going to be there, so we'll see her somewhere else speaking in the camera, who her top 3 are. And for me, my top 3 are Princess, Christiana, and gosh darn it, Deja. She was number 4. At first, it was Micaiah. But now I'm putting Deja as my top 3. So Deja, Christiana, and Princess are my top 3. I want to know your guys' top 3 too. So let me know in those comments below. Oh, I'm wondering. And then I'm also thinking we're going to see a little bit more of Kayla. I think this was just a little bit of an introduction here of her coming back and, peeking her head, peeking her body, peeking herself back into the show here or there. So I'm interested to see everything. And also another thing I'm interested in seeing is your comments. You guys have been leaving those comments below on our YouTube page. I am so happy. I saw that some of you didn't even know the show was back. Bring It was back. Well, it's back. It's got a few more episodes in here, so come on and tag along with us. And some of y'all were feeling a little shady towards Selena last week, and I'm here for it. So let us know, for the new people listening and watching. Leave those comments down below, and also on iTunes. Give us 5 stars while you're over there on iTunes, and of course subscribe to our YouTube page here at AfterBuzz TV Reality TV. I am one of your hosts here, Howard III, holding it down. Usually I'm here with my girl Tamara, but she was off tonight, so you can follow her on her social media. But you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Howard III, and of course my website howardthird.com. And I'm also doing the Kardashians after show right here on AfterBuzz TV, and that airs on Sundays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I believe. So you guys can head on over that and see me keep up with those girls. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me solo dolo tonight. I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.